Radio's channel for Coleman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Listening to Coleman Community Radio's Coleman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. To Coleman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Coleman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
An exclusive presentation of the Coleman County Sports Network, powered by Coleman Community Radio. Coleman's Live 95.
Malin's going to call his own number. He's going to hold 20, 25, 30. Malin in the open field, 40. Malin across midfield. They're not going to catch him. Malin to the 30, to the 20. Malin's all alone at the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Spear up the right side. Can he get in? He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is Friday Night Live, Season 10.
Hall lines up in the backfield. They send a man around. It's going to be a jet sweep. He takes it off the right side. Got a hole. Cuts loose. So down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
Right back to hand off, and it's going to be a touchdown for Mansfield Bulldogs.
It's time for Friday Night Live.
From Coleman Community Radio, powered by Coleman's Live 95.
As it is officially fall season, and we are nearing halfway through the football season. The sun is starting to go down a little earlier, and we've got a great matchup on our hands tonight, guys. Welcome to the Good Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. My name is Tony Thompson. Joining with me tonight is, the PA guy that y'all love a lot, Tyson Robertson. Tyson, I'm glad you're here with me, man. Yep, as Good Hope comes in 5-0, ranked number 6 in 4A. We just can't get away from that number 6 spot. We've been there for a little bit. We cannot get away from it. And Addison comes in 5-0. And they, number 5 in 1A. So, as we are at A.G. Hicks Stadium on the campus of Addison High School, this is gonna be a fun one, guys. Addison, 55 offensive. That's a lot of points, Tyson. 55 points per game for their offense, and they only give up 9.
If you drop something like in the top of the section, stand up here and press box. Come to the press box.
And it was, it would be lower. We did give up a touchdown to Cordova last week, but hey, it's okay, guys. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. And this is one of those games that can sneak up on you. This is not a region game. or an area, whatever they call it in football, area. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because you got to think, Addison comes in as a 1A school. They get this chance to play a 4A school. You beat a 4A school, you have all the momentum in the world going on for the rest of the year. But if you are Addison's coach, you do preach, listen, this is a 4A school. If you lose, do not let that get to us. This is just a fun, friendly matchup as the two coaches very much respect each other, schedule each other every year. It's usually their homecoming, but this year it's not, and usually they're ours, but last year there was not. Tyson, we got a good one on our hands, man. I'm excited for this one. This offense, 55 points a game, that's a lot. I don't care if it's a 1A school. 55 points is a lot of points. You average a game.
Welcome to A.T. Hicks Stadium for the game between your Addison.
As we're here for the invocation, we are going to take a short break. We'll be back on the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Coleman drivers, are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey folks, Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. As Tyson is, as we're chit-chatting it up here with the WKUL group, as we are having to share a room with them here tonight at the, campus of Addison High School. No, you're good, Tyson, you're good. But here we are, what is it, 7 minutes before, it's about 6 minutes before kickoff, Tyson. Just short thought on your on the game tonight. What is your initial thought going into this?
one of those deals where we just have to stay focused. And we do.
The Curry Yellow Jackets. As we bring in Curry next week, and, you know, we don't need to look ahead because this is a good football team right here in front of us. But like you said, we just got to take care of business tonight. That's the biggest thing. And as we got some captains out here for your Get Up Raiders, I see number 1, Mason Drake, number 3, Cody Stevens, number 2, Tyler Bird, and I'll get that number to you as soon as possible. Scrunched up jersey. I think it's 22. No.
Once again, let's forgive us. We are high above ABX Stadium. And could be Titus. Maybe Brady Coach 51.
Your captains for the Good Hope Raiders tonight, number 82, number 2, number 3, and number 1. For your Addison Bulldogs, number 28, Seth Hammock. Number 52, Brownie Willingham. Number 2, Zane Smith. And number 44, Michael Lee.
Very nice gentleman. He's actually their new person.
He's a good guy. I do want to shout out to him because he gave us this opportunity to be here as I talked to him this past week. He is one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to.
By the way, it is 82
For Addison, we got, first of all, we do want to point out number 44, Michael Lee, as he is playing his former school here. He is one of the captains. Number 2, Zane Smith. Number 52, Brody Willingham. And number 28, who is not in pads tonight for them, is Seth Hammock.
Mr. Hammock is inactive for tonight. He was out representing the 2 weeks captain. The referee moves the 2 captains together and he's about ready to put the in. Beautiful night here. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention to the crowd that another Winston County school that has the brand LED lighting.
It's weird to swap into that for a second here.
But yeah, we got some technical difficulties going on, so we're not sure if both channels are broadcasting right now. So you may be hearing me, you may be hearing Tony, you may be hearing both. We're not 100% sure. So
I think it's just one of us that's being heard right now.
So Addison will take the football first.
And here we go. Here's the light show made famous last year at Curry. Addison has a really good crowd here once again for their, what we were going to call for their Super Bowl. But as always, your Good Hope Raider crowd has traveled extremely well. I look across the way and our side is packed as your Raiders have come out to the field. And here come the Addison Bulldogs. And once again, we have to work on a few things here right now. We've got the Addison band right below us, as well as the PA speaker literally 4 feet away from us. So hopefully it will not be too much trouble on everybody's ears tonight. But once again, Addison, I believe, did we say Addison? I didn't say the coin toss. Okay. All right, good deal. We deferred, so we will be kicking off, which means Titus Montgomery, number 50, will be putting toe to leather from the 40-yard line. Now, Tony, we talked about it during the pregame before the broadcast. This field is, and I talked to Coach Dillashaw about it. It is a Bermuda grass, but it is super high and it's super thick. So, talking to Coach Pruitt, who is the kicking coach for Good Hope, he said that might cause a few small issues for our kicker. Once again, number 98, Chase Pruitt, is out for a couple of weeks with an injury. Titus Montgomery, number 50, will be doing the kicking off and handling the place kicking duties.
Addison calls a fair catch. They will start with the ball around the 25-yard line. Yeah, if you can't hear Tyson, we're going to try to get this fixed as soon as possible. This is the 2 of the last 3 weeks we've had some technical difficulties here. But Jay is trying to work with us, and we are trying to work with him. But as the game started, it's hard to do all of this at one time. But taking snaps for Addison is number 3, Elijah Roberts. And he's going to toss it back. It's going to be a double pass. He's got a man open downfield. He catches it in stride, and he's going to be brought down. After a gain of, probably 40. They got the ball at the Good Hope 37-yard line. Number 10, Scout Flynn with a catch there. Tyson, that's something we can't have right now. As it was just a double pass that burnt us here, but here's a snap, someone in motion, and they're going to get a false start. They had a couple people jump early. Yep, after the 5-yard mark off, it's going to be 1st and 15 from the Good Hope 42-yard line for Addison. Number 3 coming over to the sideline, Mr. Roberts. Coming over here, getting the play, bringing his squad out here. Oh, and we got him to jump again, which is crazy for the defense, having back-to-back jumps.
That's big. That's moving it back 10 yards. It's now 1st and 20 from the 47.
But after the 5-yard mark off of another false start, it's going to be 1st and 20. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 47-yard line. Here's the snap, drop back to pass. He's running around back here. We had 2 men go after him. He's got number 2 wide open down here. But he's going to be brought down by Kane Anderson and Tyler Bird after a gain of about 10, maybe 12. Yeah, that's going to be...
That was Zane Smith on the reception. Once again, just like Tony said, the quarterback broke the team, and we had 2 people go after him and left the receiver wide open. Let's pick up about 7, so it's still 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs.
Yep. It's going to be 2nd and 13. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line of Good Hope. Addison is trying to make their way down the field. Looks like it's going to be a heavy tight end set with a man in motion. Here's a snap. It's just going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to break 1 tackle, but he's not going to get past Mason Drake, but he is going to get a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
33-yard line.
Yeah, once again, they brought the man in motion, fakes it to him, basically a basic zone replay, and Roberts just took it right up the middle and met pretty well by Mason Drake in the hole. He was able to drag Drake for a few extra yards, and 3rd and 6 from the 33. Big defensive play here for the Raiders.
Yep, if you're Good Hope, you need to get off the field here. 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line. It looks like Addison's going to call their first timeout. We're going to take a quick break and see if we can fix this problem. We'll be right back on the Good Hope Radio Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Call the pros at Odin's Auto Glass in Coleman. From chips to full replacements, Odin's gets you back on the road fast. With honest prices, top quality glass, and service you can trust. Locally owned, family run, and proud to serve Coleman and North Alabama for over 40 years. Odin's Auto Glass, where safety meets service. You can call 256-734-2800 or stop by their location on Highway 31 North in Coleman. Odin's Auto Glass. We'll see you through it. Proud sponsors of the Coleman County Sports Network.
At
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. As we come back, we did miss a play, but it was a rollout by number 3, Roberts. He was looking for Michael Lee up the middle of the field, and he was brought down, I believe, by number 2, Tyler Bird, and he knocked the ball free as he done it. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
Big play again here for the Raider defense. This is the kind of plays you've got to make to shut down any kind of momentum that Addison may have. So 4th and 6 once again from the 33. Addison lines up. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield.
We got 2 receivers in the back. Nope, it's going to be a play action. Good look by the quarterback, but he's not going to have nothing. He's going to be brought down. Number 1, Mason Drake, bringing him down for a sack of 5 yards. Mason Drake coming off the edge, chasing him all the way around the field and bringing him down. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Addison 40 for your Get Up Raiders.
Yeah, that was all Mason Drake. He spied the quarterback. Quarterback rolled right, looking for a deep pass. I'm not sure why they were looking to throw deep when they only needed 6, but Mason just chased him down. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 38-yard line.
As we got it fixed, Tyson.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
I guess all we needed to do was go to a commercial break. Here we are. First play is going to be a handoff here to Mason Drake up the middle. He's going to get a gain of about 3 yards. That's going to bring us up to the 41-yard line of Addison. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. But as Tyson was not heard, yes, Tyson is here with me, guys. You know, I know y'all didn't hear him for 99% of this broadcast to start out, but he's here now.
I promise I am here, and
I wasn't talking to myself, guys. I promise.
Appreciate everybody being patient with us as we got everything fixed.
Here's the snap. Parker Johnson looking downfield. He's got a man, Tyler Bird. That's good enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down for your Get Up Raiders up to the 50-yard line. Tyler Bird on just a 10-yard out route.
Yeah.
Mason Drake rolled to it. Parker Johnson rolled out to the left, found him on the sideline.
Parker actually zipped that one in. I was a little concerned when he let go of it. He zipped it in there, and Tyler made a wonderful catch.
Actually, they called it incomplete.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I thought he had the ball. He must have dropped it or something, but here we are.
3rd and 7 from the 41.
Be the somewhat pistol-like formation. We're going to hand it off to Hollis up the middle. He's going to get a gain of about 3. That's going to bring up 4th and 5. 4th and 4, 5, somewhere around there. But the ball is spotted at the Addison 49, and it looks like we're just going to drop back and punt here. Not a good look for the offense to start out, but it's still early. And I'm going to be honest, Tyson, this is a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Our crowd traveled. Their crowd's loud. The band is right below us. So we got a speaker to my left and a band right below me. I'm sure it's loud on there.
Carter Rutherford in punt formation for the Raiders. Number 3, Roberts deep for the Bulldogs.
It's like it's going to be a fake. Rutherford. There's a flag back here.
Yeah, we're gonna get hit with a holding call there. Good idea.
It was a gain of about 30 yards. We would have easily had the first down if the holding wasn't going to call it back, but I doubt we try that again.
Yeah, that's the disappointing thing is you've got that in the playbook. We haven't run that all year, and we choose to run right there, and
it worked.
And it worked. Unfortunately, there may have been a good reason it worked because we did
drag a player straight to the ground.
We got caught with that one. I did not see who it was, but no question there was a hold on the play. So we'll back it up, and this time I'm pretty comfortable that they will punt the ball. Great idea. Carter Rutherford took off like a jackrabbit going down the field. And like you said, he gained about 30, but unfortunately the penalty brings it back.
Right. Here's the snap. Rutherford drops the ball, punt. It's a decent one. Going to take a good hope bounce, but it is returnable for Roberts. He's looking to his right side. He's going to be brought down by a couple Get Up Raiders. Number 30.
He brought it up to the 40-yard line there.
He brought it up, like Tyson said, brought it up to the 40-yard line. Tackle was actually made by Mason Drake.
Addison will take over from their own 40-yard line. They've had the benefit of a couple of good field positions. Roberts brings the offense back onto the field for the Bulldogs. Raider defense stood strong last time. Let's see how they handle it this time.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Here's a snap. It's a play-action pass. And he brought it out here at 23. Almost dropped it. Makes one man miss, but he's going to be brought down. But there is a flag on the field. He was brought down by Tucker Keith, but the flag is brought down.
Yeah, the catch made by Judah Wilkins there, number 23, and unfortunate for Addison, they're going to be hit with a I'm guessing a hold. They may call block in the back, but I think it is going to be a hold. But it was it is a block in the back against the Bulldogs, so it will move Addison back.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
We'll replay first down.
Looks like it's going to make it after the 3-yard gain that they're going to give him for the actually, they're only going to give him a 5-yard penalty.
Well, it's from the spot of the foul.
True.
So it's downfield on the screen pass. So
still brings 10, up 1st and 15.
10 from the spot. So
actually 1st and 16. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line of Addison. Roberts in the backfield. Smith to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Oh, it's a play action. Brought in by number 10, Scout Flynn.
Yeah,
Tyson, these RPOs are eating us right now.
That was actually a really nice play. As Flynn, the receiver, hid behind the umpire on that slant and kind of shielded our defender off of it. Looks like number 12, Cordes may be a little shaken up. He's limping out on that corner right now. But it was a good pickup for Addison. Brings up 2nd and about 7.
It's going to be 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line of Addison. Your score here 0-0. 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Smith. He's going to try to bounce out to the outside. Broke a couple tackles, but he's not going to get past the sea of white jerseys. Good containment and good execution of the defense there by the Raiders. If you're Addison, you look at what's going on here, and as we talked about earlier, this Good Hope team has only given up about 3.5 points per game, and I promise you, it hasn't been teams running the ball down our throat. Besides last week, Cordova did get a touchdown by running the ball down our throat, but that was only one. But here we are, 3rd and 7. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line after the pickup of nothing. Roberts in the backfield. Here's a snap. He drops back. He looks down the field. He had a man open. A really good defense by Cody Stevens right there. That was number 44 hidden in the intended target for.
That was intended for Michael Lee. And what Cody did there, Cody Stevens, number 3, he broke under the pass and got a hand on it before Michael Lee could bring it in. So really nice defense. Brings up 4th down and 6 to 7 from the 44, and it looks like Addison will attempt a punt.
I think it's Cash Turner back to punt for Addison, number 24. I see a 4. I can't see the other jersey number. Oh, he drops it, though.
Yeah.
We had no
rush there.
As you're at Rutherford, you're telling everybody to move, but it's going to take a decent Addison bounce, and it's going to be put down right at the 27-yard line for Good Hope, as that's where the offense will set up. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Clinton Moore Coleman.
Hey, Coleman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Coleman likes it.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Here's a snap. Johnson up the middle. He's going to be brought down, but not after a gain of 3 for Good Hope. But here we go. 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Here's the handoff to Drake. Drake up the middle. He makes a couple man miss. He's going to get a gain of 8 yards. That's good enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, good little quick hitter there for Mason Drake up the middle. Johnson took the snap, immediately handed off to Drake, and there was a pretty good hole, and Drake just danced through it and got about 7 yards from the play. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, and Josh Phillips, Davis Morgan's first down.
Here we are, to his right. Rutherford in motion. Here's the toss to Rutherford around the right edge as he's running down the field. He's going to get up to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7. That's going to bring him 2nd and 3 from the 45. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here is 0-0 with 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was actually, even though it's basically a handoff, that will go down as a pass for Johnson and Rutherford, since he actually tossed it to him ahead.
Here we are. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Rutherford and Young. Here's Rutherford on a motion again. Here's another motion. It's going to be a pass out to Rutherford. He's not going to get much, a gain of 2. I would like that to be worked to the far side there, as there was much more grass over there, but we worked it to the short side of the field. Only a gain of 2. That's going to bring up...
Yeah, they're looking for...
no, he got more than 2. He got like 4, and that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Addison 48. This Good Hope drive looks a lot better than the first one, Tyson.
Yeah, they're finding creative ways to get the ball in Rutherford's hands, which is never a bad thing. This time we go with an empty set. Nope, we bring Hollis back in with Johnson.
Nope, that is Mason Drake on a wildcat, and he's going to take it up the middle for a gain of 3. That's going to bring him 2nd and 7 from the Good Hope 49. As we are working left to right here. Once again, your score here still 0-0 with a little under 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Once again, we have found a little bit of magic with the Drake Wildcat formation. He's run it pretty successful most of the year.
Here we are, Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. He's rolling left. It looks like quarterback run on the way. It is. He tried to bounce outside, but he was brought down. But not after a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line, the 46-yard line for your Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, unfortunately, we talked about even though nobody could hear me in the pregame, we talked about it. The grass monster got Parker Johnson on that play. It was a quarterback keeper the whole way, but I'm telling you, that grass is really tall and really thick.
As we go with a heavy set here, it looks like quarterback keeper all the way. They open up a gap for Parker Johnson. He's going to get up the middle here. He's going to have enough for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down after he gets about a 7-yard gain for your Good Hope Raiders up to the 40-yard line. Tyson, we've realized the past 2 weeks, sorry to interrupt you, but the past 2 weeks, Parker's used his legs a lot more. And would you like to see that more?
I would, and that's what I was about to say. That was a very interesting play. We actually lined up heavy right, and then Parker actually ran a counter back to the left, and there was nobody home for Addison.
Here we are, Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be read option, but a handoff to Mason Drake as he's going to break it up the middle. Here he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Raiders. As our Good Hope Raiders get on the board first here tonight, Mason Drake, a 40-yard rushing touchdown.
And Coach Hastings is not furious at the white hat official right now. I think he thought there was a hold on the edge. This time I did not see it. Last time I did. This time I did not. So I guess that's why Coach Hastings is not happy. But I tell you, that was just a well-executed play. Drake scampered the distance, and now we're in for the PAT from Montgomery out of the hold of
Webb Buchanan. But here's a snap. Snap looked good. Kick looked good. They call it no good. It looked good from my angle, but once again, this is a far angle, and the goalpost is blue, mixed with a blue roof behind it. It's hard to see, Tyson.
Yeah, that's the one thing we talked about also is that we'd have to really be paying attention to the official signal on the PATs. It's hard to see, but that is our first missed PAT of the season that was actually kicked. Last week, we had a fumbled snap that counted for 1, but up until that point, I believe we were, 17 out of 17. So that is now 2 in a row we've missed. One's with the bobbled snap last week, and now the push to the right this time.
Here we are. Montgomery set to kick the ball off at the 40-yard line.
2:28 remaining in the first quarter. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders. Good Hope Raiders are up 6-0 over the Addison Bulldogs here at A.G. Hicks Stadium in Addison, Alabama.
Here's the kick, and it's a good one. It's going to drive him back to the 25-yard line, but he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be brought down right around the 35-yard line. It looked like Webb Buchanan tripped him up out there.
After the 35-yard line, we're going to be first down.
That was number 23, Judah Wilkins, on the return.
I'm glad you could see that because I could not.
Well, it took me a minute to and once again, kind of like what happened to us at Fultondale, these jerseys that Addison's wearing, they're wearing their all golds tonight.
They look good, though.
They look good, but it's hard to see the numbers. Gold helmets, gold jerseys, gold pants with blue numbers, and the font on them is pretty
Here's
small.
The snap. Here's the handoff here. It looked like they missed a hold on the right side there. Cody Stevens is not happy, but that's not after a gain of 6 yards up to the 41-yard line of Addison.
Yeah, Kane Anderson came out with the ball there. We really thought that number 2, Zane Smith, had fumbled there, but the official came in immediately and said it's down by contact, even though Kane Anderson came out with the ball.
Here we are. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Addison Bulldogs. Here's a snap. It's quarterback keeper. Gopher just missed him, but he's not going to get nowhere. He's going to be brought down.
As Tucker Keefe and Kane Anderson combine on that one on the sideline.
Tyson, it seems like every year we've got a linebacker that just does all the tackling. This year it seems like Kane Anderson is that guy.
Right, and Collins, number 22, was also around that one. But, yeah, definitely so. They ran some misdirection there, and we were not fooled at all by it. They ran an inside trap, and we had people there to contain it, and he pulled the ball to running around the edge, and we had 2 guys waiting on him. So big play by the Raider defense there.
Here we are, 3rd and 3, ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Here's nope, he's going to fake the snap, fake me out. Roberts with
put Wilkins in motion. Now they're
Smith
moving
in the background, but they're moving a whole different. That's going to be a flag. I think it's going to be a delay of game unless they got a timeout off in time. Nope. Delay of game.
Delay of game. That's a big call for the Raiders there because you're right. Addison looked like they were trying to change the play and just ran out of time and did not get the timeout in time.
But as that backs them up 5 yards, that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from the 38-yard line.
Once again, 45 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. The clock is running.
Your score here, 6-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. Here's the snap. Roberts looking to pass. He's looking downfield. He looked for Lee. He caught it. Up to the 45-yard line. Webb Buchanan was all over that. Knocked it out of his hands, but Lee made a great play to bring it back in.
Yeah, that's just sometimes the opponent just makes a play. Webb Buchanan actually came up on that pass, knocked the ball free from Michael Lee. The ball was in the air, and Michael Lee just reached up and grabbed it as he was falling to the turf. Just a nice play. Can't argue with that. And it looks like they're going to try to run another play before the end of the quarter. We're under 10 seconds.
It looks like they might, but ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
Their coaches say, nope, we're not going to, and we're going to go to the end of the first quarter.
Once again, at the end of the first quarter, your score here, 6-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. We're going to take it to a little break, but we'll be back here at the next snap. You're listening to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More Coleman.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. Tyson, as we brought it back, as soon as you were speaking, I think you were trying to compliment me.
Well, yes, I was. I was saying you're doing an outstanding job tonight. It's a lot of fun working with you.
Thank you, man. I take pride in this, as this is my alma mater. But
it's our second year working together.
When we get a chance, we're going to read off the sponsors. But here we are, 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter. Here's the handoff up the middle. That's Smith up the middle, and he's not going to get nowhere. That's going to be a gain of 0. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. And as we have a time, Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stanberry, and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, and Zaxby's.
Great play by Kane Anderson on that last play, holding them to no gain.
Well, here's a snap. Roberts looking to pass. He's got a man downfield. He underthrew Smith. Smith dropped it. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And 2 sponsors I missed because they are not on my list. Is Tisha Brewer from State Farm and Coleman Electric Cooperative. Without them, this would not be capable of happening here tonight.
And once again, we do appreciate all of our sponsors who generously...
There is a flag down on the field, Tyson. Illegal man downfield by the Addison Bulldogs.
Yeah, we appreciate all the sponsors who allow us to broadcast these games.
We do appreciate our sponsors, and I do appreciate Tyson for joining me out here at Addison. And not too far of a drive from Coleman. A little far from Fultondale where you live.
Gardendale, yeah.
Gardendale, my bad. Close.
Okay.
Same vicinity down there in Jefferson County.
Right. 3rd and 10.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line for the Addison Bulldogs. Once again, your score here 6-0. 11 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs, but here we are. Roberts in the backfield. Here's a snap. Rolls right, looking downfield. Good Hope's trying to get the pressure to him. He's trying to make a man miss. He's not going to have nothing. He just throws it across the field. We got many defenders over there. Wow, there was actually a Bulldog. The gold kind of looked like white from here. I thought we had so many people over there, but they actually had a receiver, number 12, Connor Lane for them. But Tucker Keefe and Webb Buchanan was there to knock that away. That's going to bring up 4th and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Once again, I kind of question the play call if you're Addison there because it's 3rd and 10 and you're on the plus side of the field. I don't know why you try to throw a 40-yard pass there. Maybe you only get 5 or 6 yards to make a manageable 4th down, but now it's 4th and 10 and you got a punt.
Number 0, Rutherford.
As Rutherford is back deep, we do have to watch out for a fake here. They ain't going to fake it. Oh, we got it. We blocked it. Carson Hollis got a hand on it.
Yep. I was waiting on the referee to make sure, and he did. Carson Hollis did get a hand on that ball and blocked it. The ball did travel beyond the line of scrimmage, so it could have been a lot worse for Addison. The punt ended up being about 7 yards.
That is going to spot us at the 39-yard line. That's where our offense is set up. And I do want to say something. Carson Hollis is my cousin, so that's something we just run in the family. No, I'm just kidding. Carson, good play by Carson Hollis there.
Well, once again, another low snap on the punt, so that's something we may need, because last time, remember, they fumbled the punt snap, and we had 0 rush on.
We're going to be in the Wildcat formation. Drake in the backfield. He takes the snap, running up the middle, and he's going to be met by a couple Addison defenders, but he's going to get a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Tyson, I don't know if you know this, but that is a big group of guys down there for Addison.
Yeah, Noah Benton was number 65 for Addison, was in on that, along with a couple other guys.
Not only did they have like size, like tallness, they've got some weight on them on the defensive line. That's something we don't really have. But here we are. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the 40-yard line. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his right. Here's the handoff to Drake. Drake going to make a man miss. Make another man miss up the field. He's going to be brought down, but not after a gain of 10 yards. That's going to give us a 1st down. That's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's 1st down for your Good Hope Raiders as we get the ball up to the 50-yard line of the midfield.
Yeah, I was looking to see if they were going to throw a flag, because when Drake got brought down, he was brought down by the back of the collar, but apparently he had him below the collar, but from 145 yards away, I wasn't sure.
Here we are. Johnson in the backfield. He's looking to pass. He's got Drake right here across the field. Drake tried to make a man miss, and he got pushed out of bounds by number 23, Judah Wilkins for Addison, but then not after a gain of 6 yards. My apologies. It's up to the 44-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for your Good Hope Raiders. As Johnson just found Drake right in the middle of his own there.
Yeah, he just a little set down route. He was the safety valve.
Here we are. Here's the snap. It's going to be read option, hand off to Drake. Drake cuts it up the field. Here we go. Actually, nope, he is going to get brought down as that's number 8, Silas Frazier for the Addison Bulldogs. But not
good tackle.
A great tackle, but that's still enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down for your Good Hope Raiders. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, 9.5 remaining in the first half. Once again, your Raiders up 6-0 over the Addison Bulldogs.
Looks like we're going to go empty backfield for... Yeah, we're going to go empty backfield for Parker Johnson here. As we kind of got like a trips tight end set here, but here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback run all the way. He's going to bounce outside. He's going to try to get through a defender, but he's going to be thrown out of bounds, but not after a gain of 7 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 from the 31-yard line of Addison, as Good Hope is trying to make it down the field.
Yeah, number 12, Connor Lane on the tackle there, knocked Johnson out of bounds. What we did, that was a design run the whole way. We brought Tucker Screws in as a stand-up tight end blocking, and of course Carter Rutherford was out front to go with Mason Drake. So 3 of our heavy hitters, and the play worked out very well. Picked up about 7 on the play.
Here we are, Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to pick up 4 yards, and that's good for Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. Your Good Hope Raiders are in threatening territory. If you're Addison, you've got to stand up here. If you're Good Hope, it would be huge to score here. But like I said, it's going to bring up a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of Addison. Your score here, 6-0 with 8 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. As Hollis is running back into the game a little late. Johnson. Here we go. Johnson in the backfield. Motioning Hollis to his left. Got 2 receivers on each side. We got Hollis down here on a screen pass. Actually, it's going to go to Rutherford on the other side of the field. Rutherford's going to make a couple man miss. He broke free. That's going to be good for a Good Hope Raider. Touchdown. 27-yard pass from Parker Johnson to Carter Rutherford on just a little screenplay, Tyson. I mean,
yeah, well, all the action was on the left side. The motion went left, and Addison was fooled by that play, and all Carter had to do was just basically take 2 steps forward, and he was wide open. Now, he did have to do a little bit of work once he caught the ball to weave through a little bit of traffic, but I don't think he was touched going into the end zone. So, once again, 12-0 Raiders. They will go for 2 here to make it a 14-0 game. 7:51 remaining in the second quarter.
Raiders strike again.
As we are going for 2. Bird runs in a little late.
Still 10 on the play clock, so we need to get this going.
Timeout.
Yeah,
I heard Coach Scott from my mic saying timeout. That's how you know. And he's on the other side of the field. But as we catch a timeout, we're going to take another timeout with them. But we'll be back on the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. To the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman, as Rutherford just ran in for a touchdown. It was a 27-yard pass on a screenplay that he made a couple man miss and get in the end zone. Your new score here, 12-0 with 7 minutes and 51 seconds remaining as Good Hope leads the Addison Bulldogs. But we are going to go for 2 for our extra point. Ball spotted at the 3-yard. We're going to have a 3-yard play here. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. And Johnson, he got in. Johnson just powered his way in.
Nice play by Parker Johnson. Once again, that quarterback power the whole way. Just a lot of the upfront beef, just pushing the Bulldogs off the line of scrimmage. And if you're Addison, you have to be a little bit concerned as this game goes deeper and deeper. Once again, as the smaller school with a lesser numbered roster, you got to begin to wonder at what point does the physicality of Good Hope, start taking a toll on Addison. And
I think it's already taken.
Yeah, with 7.5 left in the second quarter, I think we're already starting to see a little bit of it now. Doesn't mean that we can't let off the gas.
Once again, your new score here, 14-0. minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs 14-0 as Montgomery gets the ball set at the 40-yard line. He looks to his left, looks to his right, makes sure everybody's set. And here's the kick. It's just going to be a little sky kick up to the 35-yard line. It's returnable. He almost dropped it. He breaks it. Oh, he broke one tackle, but he's not going to get away from Wade Buchanan.
Yeah, you're right. He actually fumbled the return almost out of his hands, and that took his momentum away, and then he was just kind of ducking and dodging, from that point on. Good kick by Montgomery. 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Bulldogs once again.
As this is where Addison will start. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. As Good Hope's defense looks to get off the field one more time and get their offense the ball right before halftime. As the Raider band is getting ready for halftime. Here's the snap. And the quarterback keeper all the way, but we smelled that out from a mile away.
Yeah, that was Collins, number 22, coming in from his inside linebacker position. Just wasn't having any of that from Roberts. And once again, that play went absolutely nowhere. 2nd down, 10 from the 35.
This is, honestly, there's some new faces out here for defensive wise. Webb this is his second game back from suspension. He's playing deep safety for us, number 12. I haven't seen him much on the field this year. Blake Cordes, but he did make an interception in the first game of the year. But here we are. Here's a snap. Flag down on the field. And he's looking deep. He's got an arm. Rutherford got burned, but he overthrew him. Holy moly, what an arm.
I think we're going to have an illegal formation.
Maybe too many men in the backfield.
Yeah, the flag went down as soon as the snap went, so that's normally what that's going to mean.
I will say that ball traveled 55 yards in the air.
Mr. Roberts has an arm.
That is one thing.
We got 2 flags. There's a flag at the 40 also, so that's a concern. Illegal man downfield again on Addison.
Well, I wonder what the flag was down here because.
Okay, here we go. Illegal man downfield on Addison.
Declined. Yep,
illegal procedure. Declined. Okay, so we declined both of them, so it's going to make it
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
35-yard line. I do like that. I did question it, but I thought it was 2nd down, but it is 3rd down.
Yeah, because the Collins made the play up the middle on the quarterback keeper on the first play.
As I hear the cowbells from here on my microphone. Guys, if y'all have not been to James Shable this year, we do recommend it next week as they host the Curry Yellow Jackets. But here we are, 3rd and 10 from the 35. Here's a snap. Rolls out to the right, and he's just going to throw it back to the running back. But he's not going to get nowhere.
Hunter Miller, number 27, snuffed out that play along with number 2, Tyler Bird. Basically a throwback screen, and nobody was fooled. And the play goes for maybe a yard. Yeah.
It's going to bring up 4th and 9. Once again, your score here, 14-0. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs 4th and 9 from the 36-yard line. They're just going to bring the punt unit in. If you're Good Hope, she's in the house. 2 bad snaps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't hit him.
Until they prove that they can handle it. And we did, and we got it again, I believe.
It was Hollis again. And it's going to take a Good Hope bounce. We're going to start from the 43-yard line. Tyson, as our offense is getting some good field position here, we got to take advantage of it here.
Once again, we have figured out that they are having some issues in the punting game with the snap going back to the punter. The first punt of the game they absolutely botched it. Unfortunately for us, we didn't have anyone rushing, so they were able to fix it. The last 2 punts, we've gotten a hand on it, and both times
Carson Hollis. Hollis told me after the game last week he's ready to get the ball more. Well, you touched it twice tonight, and it's been good for us. But here's a snap. Drake up the right side. He's going to be brought down, but that's not after a gain of 6 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the 36-yard line.
Number 18, Trenton Burns on the tackle for Addison there. Once again, and he was just holding on for dear life, to be honest. If Drake breaks that tackle, we've got a 21-0 game, but once again, he held on.
Here we are. Shotgun formation. Johnson with a snap. It is a pass downfield. He's got Rutherford down the field, but he didn't look there. Tucker Keefe made the catch. He got hit, but he kept it up. He's being brought down by the back of his jersey, too. That's going to bring up a gain of nothing, which was almost a first down, but he got drugged back. It looked like he was being brought down from his horse collar.
Yeah, just a good effort by Keefe there. Johnson was surveying the field. He dumped it off to his check down, and Tucker Keefe, number 13. Keefe immediately got hit, but bounced off and then just got swarmed under from there. But good effort by Tucker Keefe.
We're going to go with a heavy package here. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper up the middle. Call it the tush push, but here we are. It's going to be a gain of 4, and that's going to be a gain of 5. That's going to be good for a Good Hope Raider first down. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down as well.
Yeah, once again, that's just Parker Johnson doing Parker Johnson things. He just takes the snap, waits on his big blockers to open up something, and just follows Drake, and he followed Rutherford and even Tucker Screws there, and just easily picked up the first down.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 31. Here's a snap. He's looking. He's got Rutherford down the field. Safety don't know it. Rutherford. Oh.
Yeah.
He's asking for a flag.
He's asking for a flag. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to get it. No, he's not wrong. He's not going to get the flag.
There's a flag in the backfield. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. That is huge.
So Johnson got hit after the throw. So that's going to help out the Raiders. But once again, the coverage on Rutherford, he kind of draped him and kind of face guarded him, which is illegal in high school football. So I'm not sure why the flag wasn't thrown there, but it's not going to matter because we did get to 15. So with 4:31 remaining in the first half, once again, your Raiders are up 14-0 over the Addison Bulldogs.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. We're going to go back to the heavy package. Here's a snap, and there's a flag down. Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, offsides against the defense, and once again, it goes back to the question I asked a few minutes ago, is Addison getting worn out already?
It looks like it. I mean, this Good Hope team is running them down the field, and, you know, maybe they just haven't seen an offense this firepower. I mean, their defense has the snaps, but here we go. Mason Drake up the middle. He's going to be in. Good Hope Raider touchdown.
Yeah, that was Mason Drake doing Mason Drake things. Once again, Johnson just handed it off to him, and he followed his blocking. Looked like a big Tristan Grun. Got a nice block there. Opened up the hole so that Drake could just walk into the end zone, and that's literally what he did. He just kind of walked in there, made it 20-0 with 4:23 remaining in the first half.
As Webb tried to throw the other ball to the sideline and come out of his hands. I'm wondering if they have some weird wet field conditions out there. Here we are. Here's for the extra point, Montgomery. Here's the kick. It's up. Looks good. It is good.
Yeah, that was much better.
Tyson, I know you got it pulled up. You want to give us an Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update?
Once again, thanks again to Odin's Auto Glass for sponsoring the scoreboard. Once again, the Odin Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Playing in the second quarter, the Coleman Bearcats do lead the Brewer Patriots 6-3. In the second quarter, West Point 7, Hayden 6. In the second quarter, Vinemont 14, West End of Gadsden 0. In the second quarter, Cold Springs 6, Lynn 0. So that is once again your Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
And once again, your score here 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs. 4.5 minutes remaining.
Montgomery sent the kick for the Raiders.
Here we are.
Just updating. I just got the message that Coleman has scored again. So in the second quarter, it's now 14-3.
And here's the kick. It's a good one. He's going to drive him back to about the 25 where he's going to receive it, and he's going to bring it up the field. And he's going to be met right at the 33-yard line where he's going to be brought down by Tucker Keefe.
Yeah, number 13, Tucker Keefe, absolutely lit up the return there. Good hustle by 13 Keefe.
That's going to bring up a first down from the 33-yard line for the Addison offense as they're going to try to get down the field. 4 minutes and 17 seconds left. Once again, your score here 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead over the Addison Bulldogs. Let's see if their offense can get down the field and score before halftime.
Once again, I'm very proud of the defense because, like we talked about in the pregame, Addison is averaging 55 points a game.
And only giving up 9. And we've put 21 on them in the first half.
quick set for Addison. Trying to catch the Raiders off guard.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Smith. He's not going to go nowhere.
Number Cody Stevens
for a 3-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13, but that was just a basic inside zone there. He tried to bounce it outside, and he was not getting past
Cody Stevens said, no, that's not happening. Play loses 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 13 from the 30.
Cody Stevens is almost a cheat code playing the edge there, being as small as he is. But here we are, 2nd and 13, ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Shotgun formation, Roberts in the backfield. Here's a snap. He's looking downfield to pass. And he makes a couple man miss in the backfield. Clark almost had him. Oh, wow, he found a receiver open downfield. He's making a couple man miss. Bird wrapped him up, and he's going to be tackled down by a sea of white jerseys, but I just know Coach Scott isn't happy there.
It looks like there may be a penalty on the play.
There is a penalty flag.
And he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball, so it's going to come back. Illegal forward pass. And once again, give Robert some credit. I hate
found Trenton Burns downfield, who was just sitting wide open right at the 45-yard line.
And here's the deal with that. He found Burns, but man, number 27, Hunter Miller, absolutely punished him as he threw the ball. Legal hit, but I'm sure that Mr. Roberts will be feeling that hit from Hunter Miller tomorrow morning.
Here we are.
Miller laid him out.
It's going to be 3rd and 16. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Got to get to the 43 for a first down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that penalty does come with a loss of down. So that's why it's 3rd down now.
Here we are. Roberts in the backfield, Smith to his right. It's going to be a pass. It's just going to be a screen pass to Smith. Then Hunter Miller, finding a way to sniff that out immediately.
And some good sportsmanship shown by the Raiders. Number 16, Kane Anderson there. The umpire got tangled up in that mess and was on the ground. And number 16, Kane Anderson, walks over and helps the official up, pats him on the back. Actually, he just went back and checked on him again as they're talking. And Mr. Referee says, nope, I'm good, sir.
He said, thank you for checking on me.
Yep.
Here we are. That brings up 4th and 11. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and you're going to see Addison bleed this clock all the way down and take a timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. They're going to try to leave as little time as possible for Good Hope.
There we go. There's the timeout. 2.5 minutes left. 21-0. Your score here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Clinton and Moore Coleman. Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and Moore Coleman. Your score here, 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs with 2.5 minutes left. It's 4th and 12 for the Addison Bulldogs. They've bled the clock down, took a timeout. I believe they're going to send their punt unit out here.
Yeah, they really don't have a choice. They don't have an answer for the Good Hope defense right now. So it's 4th and 11 from their own 32. There's just no way that they plan on not kicking this ball. Now, they come out with a different formation, though. They come out with a spread formation, so
watch for a fake here if you're Good Hope, because this is a different punter. Here's the snap, and he's running to his right. Nope, he is going to punt it. It went sky high. If you're Rutherford, you're telling everybody to move. It took a Good Hope bounce. Going to be brought down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I think, Tony, what I think happened there was the Addison coaches have seen what happened on the last few attempts, so they went to a spread formation, just if anything else, just to slow the rush down to not get another kick block, because they've had the last 2 blocked. So actually good coaching from Addison there.
But here we are. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 33-yard line. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. Here's a snap to Johnson in the backfield. He's rolling right, left-handed quarterback. He's looking downfield. Overthrows everybody. The pass was intended for Bird, and Bird's still down.
Yeah, Bird's not getting up.
He's up now.
Okay, good to see that, because he came down awkwardly. The ball was overthrown, and it looked like Bird may have landed on the defender, and he has walked off the field limping, noticeably limping. So we'll have to keep an eye on Tyler Bird, number 2.
But here we are as the offense gets lined back up. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. We got to get downfield. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Drake. I mean, that play, I was baffled for words here. Johnson got the snap, took 10 yards, dropped back. It was supposed to be a coming-in screen pass to Aiden Young.
It was an inside screen pass to Young that never developed, and number 60 for Addison, Bry Dollar, probably should have intercepted that, but that's why he probably plays defensive line. He had both hands on it and ended up dropping it. So that play just never developed for the Raiders, so it brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here we are, 3rd and 10, ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Got to get to the opposite 47, but here's a snap, roll out to the right. Johnson looking downfield. It's going to be run all the way. He's going to juke inside. He's going to get the first down.
Yeah, a little second effort by Parker Johnson gets the first down.
Well, when your quarterback's running to the sideline, you got to slow down because you don't want to hit him. Well, he faked it like he was running to the sideline, juked inside, got the first down. But that's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. First down for your Good Help Raiders.
And update, once again, we lead the Addison Bulldogs 21-0. There's 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The Raiders are driving at the 47 of Addison.
Here we are. Here's the snap. Johnson rolling to his left, looking downfield. He's just going to take off again. He's going to get out of bounds after a gain of 2. But here we are. No 2-minute warning, but there is a 2-minute warning podcast. Check us out on all platforms that you listen to your podcast. Spotify, Apple Music. Give us a listen. That 2-minute warning.
They're going to give Johnson a yard on that and brings up 2nd down and 9. Once again, Addison is actually doing a really good job of covering Rutherford deep.
Here's the snap. He's looking downfield. Aiden Young on a little out route. He's trying to make a man miss. Oh, he got hit a little late.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a late hit. And then he calls the clock to run. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, he got hit out of bounds. They called the clock to run.
And then we got a really terrible spot there because that ball should be on about the 41. They marked it at the 44. So no forward progress for Aiden Young there.
But here we are, 3rd and 7, ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Here's a snap. Johnson rolling to his right, or left, my bad. No, right. Yep, that is correct. He's looking downfield. He's got a man across the middle. It was Rutherford. He was open. He just underthrew him. That's going to bring up 4th
He tried to sidearm that one in. He probably had a little traffic in between him and Rutherford. Rutherford was open. You are correct. So we're going to see, I don't see us punting the ball in this situation with 1:17 remaining.
We are.
I guess we will.
I mean, with our defense playing as good as ours, I don't see why you don't at least give it a shot. As I had to give some information here to our fellow broadcasters up here with us. But once again, your score here, 21-0. Your Good Help Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining. Here's Rutherford back to punt. Here's the snap. Punt is up, and it's not the best, but it's going to take a Good Hope bounce up to the 20-yard line of Addison.
We'll take that. We will definitely take that.
Addison will start at the 20 on their own 20-yard line as we are working left to right here.
1:10 remaining in the half.
I'm just all kind of backwards tonight, Tyson.
Once again, the Raider defense is playing lights out right now. Addison has no answer for the Raider defense. They've had a couple of broken plays, and I believe that's going to be the only way that Addison's going to pull anything off here through a broken play.
But here we are. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line, 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Roberts on the backfield, Smith to his right. Here's the snap. He's just going to hand it off to Smith. He's going to get nowhere.
Yeah, I think Addison is conceding this half, knowing that they can, and they're deep in their own territory, so they're just going to let the clock run. Good Hope still has 2 timeouts. I don't know if we'll take them or not. The 52 seconds remaining with 30 on the play clock, so I'm guessing that Coach Scott's just going to let this half go out without trying to get the ball back.
Once again, your score here, 21-0. 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. It does look like Addison is going to concede unless they do some kind of trickery here. They only have one timeout remaining. But here we are. Roberts in the backfield. Smith to his left. He's going to motion him over to the right. 24 seconds left. Here's the snap. And it's going to be quarterback run all the way. And he's going to get upfield, but he's going to get a gain of 4. That's a good, really good spot for Addison by the Mr. Official.
But yeah, we're under 10 seconds and they're in no hurry, so we're going to go to the half.
We are 2-1. Here it is. Here's halftime. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs 21-0. As we get a light show and all kind of music. Tyson, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it went about like I thought. I thought if our defense held up that they would have problems, and they would have problems stopping us. Now, here's the issue if you're Coach Witcher and the Good Hope Raider offense. Addison really hasn't done much to stop you. You've had some big penalties that have hurt, and you know we're basically shooting ourselves in the foot on these offensive plays. You know, Johnson's throwing the ball well. He's got some zip tonight. You know, it's been a clean game except for the penalties. You know, no turnovers. But I'm sure Coach Scott will have some things to work on here at the end. You know, at halftime in the locker room, come out and you know, let's put this game away and maybe hopefully get a chance to get some of the younger kids in the fourth quarter tonight.
Tyson, you have to announce them tonight?
They have not mentioned it to me, but I'm prepared to if need be. So if you want to just take over and let me find out if I need to.
Yeah, man, I don't mind. Guys, once again, your score here, 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. As Tyson's going to figure out if he has to announce for the Raider band. Once again, your score here, 21-0. This Good Hope offense looks pretty good. Defense looks amazing. You're holding a team that averages 55 points a game to 0 at halftime. So your Good Hope Raiders leading once again 21-0 over the Addison Bulldogs. As the band gets ready, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to give our Owens Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update, and we'll update you on the second half. But we're going to take a break on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Powering the good life. That's what Coleman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet. Powering the good life.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union, $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Coleman Appliance Repair is now Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
don't know how long we've been on the air, but I guess I was going to let y'all listen to the Get Up Raider Band. I'm sorry about that. As Tyson Roberts going to get back on the microphone. Tyson, I'm going to let you take over for a little bit. I am tired from walking down that hill. I had to go use the bathroom, ran back up because
that is a challenging hill, no question about it.
I don't know how long we've been on the air, but I was just going to let him listen, I guess. I had to try to go use the bathroom, but he couldn't even get in down there.
Well, usually it is like that at halftime, but once again, I appreciate it as we are about to listen to the Addison Bulldog Band.
The Addison High School Bulldog Marching Band. Tonight's performance is brought to you by Take News Home Services. The band will be performing hits of Bruno Mars, including Walk Out of Heaven, Treasure, and Uptown Funk. Drum major, Emma K. Claiborne, is your man ready? You may take the field.
Once again, you're listening to the Addison Bulldog Band We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Got some numbers in from our home office. It looks like we have a real good contingency listening on air tonight over the off Channel 2. Once again, we really appreciate all of our sponsors, and thank you for listening to Tony Thompson, voice of the Good Hope Raiders, and myself. My name again is Tyson Robertson. You can hear me on the PA over at James Cable Stadium, and this has been an exciting night once again for Raiders football. Good Hope leads at the half, 21-0. Got about 5 minutes left at halftime. Just some thoughts about the first half of play. Once again, it went about like we thought it would. Tony and I talked, even though apparently some of you couldn't hear me pregame, but that's okay. We thought that the defense was definitely going to be the key for this game for the Raiders. Once again, Addison came into this game averaging 55 points a game. Now, albeit that's against 1A competition and some 2A, but still 55 points a game is still 55 points a game. Your Raiders have held Addison to 0 in the first half while scoring 21. Once again, Addison was only averaging giving up 9 a game, and once again, we put 21 in the first half. So the takeaway is it's gone about like we thought. Once again, we thought that if the Raider defense could hold against the broken plays and against some of the deeper passes that Addison would throw at us, then we would be fine. We didn't think they would be able to stop our offense, and that's pretty much held true to form. Once again, the only thing really that has stopped the Good Hope offense tonight is really been Good Hope. Once again, some untimely penalties and a couple of throws that just were off the mark just a little bit, held back some big plays. But once again, I have full confidence that Parker Johnson will definitely fix that as we go through the second half. And hopefully, once again, we do get the ball to come out of the third quarter, so hopefully we can go down and put up another touchdown on them. And once again, our physicality will really start to bother Addison, which, as Tony and I talked, getting late in that second quarter, we think it already had. Kind of like what happened at the A-level game. You just keep leaning, and finally I'm not saying they give up, but the spirit is kind of broken a little bit, and that's kind of like what we're thinking is going to happen tonight. Once again, it has nothing to do with the Addison players' attitudes or anything. It's just a numbers game. Once again, you come in as a bigger, more physical, and more numbers on the roster, and you can eventually start to really push around a smaller team. Now, like Tony said during the game, now their line, they're not small by any stretch of the imagination. They got some bigger kids, but once again, when you're having to play both ways in a game like this, and once again, a very humid night here in Addison, it's conducive for them to get worn down, and I really believe that's what's going to happen. And welcome back to the broadcast, Tony Thompson. He had taken a little bit of a break. So.
Yeah, I had to breathe a little bit, guys. This hill over here is devastating. Trying to get up it, and I ran up it because I knew that I was running out of time on ads here, but I'm glad that y'all got to listen to the last bit of the Get Up Raider marching band halftime performance, and y'all got to listen to the Addison. But Tyson, I know you was over here talking, I couldn't hear you because I was listening to the band. Their band was actually really good. That was a good halftime show.
Both bands did a fantastic job. Once again, the Good Hope Raider band under first-year instructor Jeremy Fall has really taken a lot of strides forward. Once again, we will have the Coleman County Band Competition coming up, or band exhibition, not competition, exhibition, coming up on the 4th. That's the Saturday after homecoming, next Saturday night. Once again, that will be held as it always is, at Coleman High School at Oliver Woodard Stadium. I believe there are 9 total bands from the county that will be participating. Everybody showing off their halftime shows for every other band in the county.
Congratulations to Ricky.
So we asked that everybody go out, support the band next Saturday at the Coleman County Band Exhibition. Once again, we're asking also the Coleman County Fair Pageant's coming up, and your Good Hope representative is Senior Jillian Zapka. Once again, we ask that you go and really support her at the Coleman County Fair as she tries to become the Coleman County Fair Queen. Once again, that's Good Hope Senior Jillian Zapka.
Well, Tyson, we're going to take a quick break as there is a minute and a half remaining left at halftime, but Addison's team hasn't even came out here, so I'm sure they're going to put some extra time on there. But we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll give you an Odin's Auto Glass halftime scoreboard update, and we'll get rundown I'll give you my rundown on the second half that I think. I know Tyson done gave you his, but we'll be back on the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Tyson, I see you have the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update over there, so run us down real quick.
Absolutely. Once again, we'd like to thank Odin's Auto Glass for providing the big glass scoreboard for everybody tonight. Once again, here at A.J. Hicks Stadium in Addison, your Good Hope Raiders at the half lead 21-0. At the half also, the Coleman Bearcats lead the Brewer Patriots 14-3. At the half, West Point 21, Hayden 6. Not going to lie, that's a little bit of a surprise to me. At the half, the Vinemont Eagles 14, with the West End Patriots out of the Gadsden area 0. At the half, Cold Springs 12, the Lynn Bears 0. So once again, that is your Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. We appreciate every one of our sponsors. Thank you again for letting us be on the air for Good Hope Raider football on the Coleman County Community Radio and the Good Hope Raider Sports Network.
And while we're at it, I'm going to just read off our sponsors that makes everything happen here. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by, I can read them slower this time, Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox Stansberry, and Kingsley Attorney. Kinsley. My bad.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Coleman I've been saying Kingsley all year, so it's nice that somebody corrected me, but Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, and Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and last but not least, Coleman Electric Cooperative. And we will have a Cox, Stansberry, and Kinsley Attorneys player of the game. We'll give you that after the game. Last week, Mason Drake had a great game. He's on a pace for a good one again tonight.
Yeah, there's a couple that could definitely be in the running right now.
And we'll give our thoughts on it at the end of the game, and we'll give y'all an answer. But second half here, your score here 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders is Addison's got their team running to the sideline. Good Hope's about to have theirs running to the sideline. We're getting ready for the second half here. Tyson, I think this is going to be a lot like it was the first half. I think our defense is still going to be amped up. They're going to get stops. Now, offensive-wise, I'd like to see you put a few more touchdowns on the board before you put the JV in.
And that's what we were talking about at the half is we get the ball to start the second half. It would be nice if we can put just a real good methodical drive together and put another touchdown on the board and then get a stop on defense and then maybe do it again, and then that would probably lead us to get some of the younger kids in. I really expect to. Now, you said it earlier already tonight. He's been mixing them in certain situations. So we get ready to kick off here the second half, and looks like Michael Lee's actually going to do the kicking for Addison, and Carter Rutherford will be deep for the Raiders, and Drake.
We usually have 3 deep, but only 2 deep tonight. Maybe thinking that we might get a pooch kick here. Maybe thinking we might get an onside here. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, once again, what we would like to see from the Raiders is just a good, clean, methodical third quarter.
Just a good first drive here as well. We'd love to see a good first drive. But here we are. Lee looks to his left, looks to his right. Ball spotted at the 40, where he's going to, or ball teed up at the 40. Here we go. Here's the kick. It's a pretty good squib kick up the middle. Rutherford's going to pick it up. It's going to be returnable. He's looking to the right side. He's making a couple man miss. He's got the speed, but he's going to be brought down right around the 25-yard line. That's where Good Hope are set a shop for their first drive here in the second half.
And you'd never believe who made the tackle on that play and probably saved a touchdown. Number 44, Michael Lee, the kicker. He rushed downfield and made that tackle as Rutherford broke back across the green, and there was nobody there except for Michael Lee, and he made a really nice tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, Rutherford probably scores.
But here we are, shotgun formation. Rutherford, little pop pass to Rutherford here. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to make a couple man miss. He trucked through one of our own players. He's going to get up to, and he keeps going. He's going to get up to the 46-yard line. That's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down for your Good Hope Raiders. And Rutherford is slow to get up. He comes up a little limpy, but he looks all right.
Feel bad for little number 13 Tucker Keith there. He was the Raider that absolutely got trucked by his own player Rutherford there.
And as Rutherford gets off to the sideline, we're going to go heavy package here. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Drake. Drake up the middle. He's not going to get much. Maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, it looks
1.5, 2-yard lines.
Looks like Addison has made a bit of an adjustment on that. Number 64, Kason Hill for the Bulldogs in on that tackle.
But it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the Addison 48-yard line. Good Hope's looking to put an answer here as your score here 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs here in the third quarter. Here back in the heavy package, and we got them to jump.
And they did throw the flag, and so a little hard count there by Johnson, and Addison does jump. And the call is an offsides against Addison.
Grund is just pointing his finger. He pointed at 6, but he could point at 60, 44, 76, 64.
There were 3 or 4 that jumped there. So once again, a really nice hard count by Parker Johnson.
But here we are back in the heavy formation. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 46. But here we are. Johnson, quarterback keeper up the right side. And he's going to drive upfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 44-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. And we'll get a further estimate here. That's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. Your Good Hope Raiders 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line as it looks like we bring the receivers back out on the field. As I see Keefe and Young up high with Rutherford solo down here on his own. Johnson in the shotgun. Drake to his left. To his right, excuse me. He brings Rutherford into his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Rutherford. Rutherford up the middle of the field. He's making a couple men miss. He's going to get up to the 40 or the 32-yard line. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down for your Good Hope Raiders once again.
Yeah, let's talk about that play. That he brought Rutherford in from the wide receiver position, brought him into the backfield to run with Drake. Mason Drake, that was all Mason Drake. Mason Drake absolutely laid out 2 different defenders to break open that hole for Rutherford to get through to give that Josh Phillips Mavis Mortgage first down.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Hand off to Drake. Drake up the middle. He's going to bounce inside. And 15-10, 5 touchdown Raiders, and the late flag comes in. I don't know what this is for.
Yeah, let's hold everything here. There is a flag.
That was a super late flag.
At the 27.
They come in after the touchdown. I don't know if it'll be after the play. I've seen a couple guys pointing at themselves like, did I do something wrong? Personal foul on the offense.
And once again, we talked about we need to play clean. And that's the first touchdown, the second really long gain that's been taken off the board due to a penalty for the Raiders. And unfortunately, it's not a dead ball foul.
Going to get a player, and I would expect the player to come off the field here because he would love to give him an earful, but that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
And I think it may have been against Carson Hollis, dude. If it wasn't on you, Carson, I apologize. But
it was either him or Screws. They both were pointing at themselves like, was it me? Was it me? I don't know. Was it me? And
in all honesty, I was watching the play downfield. I did not see what happened.
And Coach Scott don't look too mad, so here we go. Here's a snap. Johnson in the backfield. He looks to roll right. Left-handed quarterback looks downfield. He's got a man wide open. Oh, Young tried to make a play. The ball was sailing out of bounds. He tried to keep his feet in bounds and dive out of bounds and bring it in, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Once again, Michael Lee was putting pressure on Johnson, and Johnson was rolling right, and as a left-hander, the momentum was carrying him towards the sideline. When he let the ball go, the ball just drifted out of bounds. Now, give Aiden Young, number 4, some credit. He did everything possible
to try to bring it in
while keeping his feet in bounds. It was just a little bit too far out of bounds for him to make the play. Brings up a long
2nd and 20. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Here's a snap, pop pass to Rutherford again. He's going to get upfield. He's going to try to make a man miss, but he's going to be brought down by number 23, Judah Wilkins, by Addison, and he is slow to get up.
Yeah, he before he ever went down, he how do I say, he kind of held up before he ever hit the ground.
This doesn't look good. We do not like to see this late in the year.
And once again, Bo Shirey with the Encore Sports Medicine immediately comes out on the field with Coach Scott. And like I said, before he ever hit the ground, he had pulled up. So that's concerning. It's nothing that had to do with the ground, and I'm hoping it's just a cramp or something, but I don't want to speculate, but once again, Bo Shirey is one of the best in the business, has been around Good Hope Athletics now, I believe, 29 years, if I'm not mistaken. Carter Rutherford is up, and he is being helped off the field with the help of Coach Scott and with Bo Shirey.
They can put a little pressure on it, so
it may, hopefully it is just a cramp. I don't know, but like I said, when he was...
when you first think of non-contact injuries, because he was falling down already before the tackle was made, you think of maybe an Achilles. Yeah. That is not what we want to hear if you are a Good Hope Raider fan, and especially if you're a family member of Rutherford, as we are going to remember him in our prayers. But he's walking off on his own over there, so that's a good one.
Well, and if you remember, he had gone off a couple of plays earlier. He had limped off earlier, so it may just be a combination of a few things, and it just caught up with us.
Well, here's a snap. Johnson looking downfield. He's got a man. It's Aiden Young. Perfect pass. He's going to be brought down right at the 2-yard line.
Oh, they gave him a horrible spot. He scored. That should be a touchdown, but they ruled him down at the 1-yard line.
The half-yard line.
Aiden Young got behind the defense, and Parker Johnson laid it perfectly on him. And once again, we're going to be first down goal to go from inside the 1.
Once again, good throw there by Parker Johnson, but that's also good
dime. Yeah.
Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down, but here's the snap. Handoff to Mason Drake. He's just going to walk in for the Good Hope Raider touchdown.
Untouched into the end zone.
Trying to keep my eyes on Rutherford on the sideline. I see him. He's just standing there.
Once again, the Raiders score with 8:40 remaining in the third quarter. Open up the second half of play. Once again, that's kind of what we needed, a methodical drive. Now, once again, we unfortunately had a personal foul penalty on a touchdown play before. Titus Montgomery, number 50, will be coming in to attempt the point after out of the hold of number 11, Webb Buchanan.
But here we are. Titus is getting his leg ready. Webb's ready to bring the ball down. Snaps good. Holds good. Kick is up. And it's good. Your new score here, 28-0. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More Coleman.
Founded in 1887, Coleman Savings Bank serves the people of Coleman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their Legacy Checking Account, available to those 50-plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the Legacy Checking Account, or visit www.colemansavingsbank.com for more information. Coleman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. As we get back right in time for the kick. Titus Montgomery, here's the kick. It's going deep. It's going to be retrieved at the 25-yard line by the Addison player. He's going to juke inside, but he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to be brought down by what looks like to be number 20 for Good Hope, and also Tyler Bird, as Titus will bring up.
Every team's done a real good job on the coaches and on the kicks that Hope has done tonight.
Jackson Richter, number 20 on the tackle, got downfield in a hurry. So only about 8 yards on the return. Great kick by Montgomery again. 1st and 10 for the Addison Bulldogs from the 33-yard line.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a RPO again. He's going to look downfield. Good throw, good catch by number 23. Number 23, Judah Wilkins. That's going to be an 8-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, brought down by
41-yard line.
Brought down by Cordis and Keith there. They had 2 receivers. I'm not 100% sure that the other receiver was supposed to be there. Now Wilkins was the intended target. It was good throw, good execution by the Bulldogs.
It was a little behind him. He made the play to bring it in. It was a good catch, true.
Nice play by the Bulldogs there.
Here we are. Roberts in the backfield, Smith to his left. Here's the handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeper. And he's going to try to bounce outside. Cody Stevens took a bad angle, but he's going to truck through Tucker. No, I'm about to say Tucker Screws. Tucker Keefe.
First down, Bulldogs.
So that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for the Addison Bulldogs up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was... You know what? I've been called... I just caught it. That was 17 on the tackle there. That is Blake Cordis. 12 is actually a Caleb Bowles, so I apologize to Caleb. I've been calling Caleb Blake all night, so I get my numbers backwards, so I do apologize, Caleb Bowles.
It's all good. We all make mistakes here. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. They're going to bring the quarterback in quick. Here's the snap, and he's looking to pass down the field. He's going to bomb it deep. That's going to be intercepted by the Good Hope Raiders.
Speaking of who?
Number 12.
Number 12, Caleb Bowles, with his 2nd interception of the season.
And he's going to be down at the 12-yard line of Addison, but, I mean, it was just a go route.
Yeah.
Going to bomb it deep. He really wasn't open. He actually was getting outran by Caleb Bowles.
Caleb Bowles looked like the actual receiver on that play. It was well read defensively. And once again, Roberts just threw it up and was kind of just threw it up as a prayer. And Caleb Bowles was right there.
I want to say, good news. Carter Rutherford's back on the field.
That's good news. That is really good news. I'm happy to hear that.
But here we are, as this is not the best angle for me to watch this, but it is Parker Johnson in the shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Quarterback keeper. He's going to try to get upfield, and he's going to get about a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at
it was a really good
16, 17-yard line.
That was a really good fake by Johnson.
He faked me out of my shoes. I thought Drake had it up the middle.
Well, the thing is, it was so good that I think Drake thought he had a big hole because he scampered for a good bit there. But a gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
Back in the shotgun, Johnson, here's the snap. He's going to another read off. It's going to be a pass over to Screws. Screws going to get upfield. He's going to try to bulldoze through a man. And he's going to get a gain of 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Once again, just a little RPO, pass out to Tucker Screws. Screws used his body to try to get a first down. Was a little
I like that short play. I really like that play.
That was a good play.
Once again, get Tucker Screws, the big 6'3" sophomore, out on the corner. Now, granted, the Addison young man made a really nice play on Screws to hold him short of the first down, but 3rd and short.
We're going to go heavy package. Johnson in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Drake up the middle here. Drake's going to actually juke a man out in the backfield. He almost got brought down, but that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as we get the ball up to the 26-yard line. He actually had to make a man miss in the backfield. It was almost bad.
Yeah, they did a run blitz there, knowing what was going to happen, and once again, a nice play by Drake to sidestep the blitzing defender. So halfway through the 3rd quarter, once again, your Raiders up 28-0, moving the ball, first down, 10 yards to go from the 24.
Here we are, Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his left. Here we go, snap, hand off to Drake. Drake's going to try to run up the middle. He's not going to get much, maybe a gain of 1.
Well, that's some good penetration on the Addison defensive line there. I'm seeing who it was. He's coming off the field now. It's number 60. Number 60, Bry Dollar, actually made a great play there.
What a name, Mr. Dollar. But here we go. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. It was a gain of 2. It's going to bring 2nd and 8. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback run up the middle. He's going to make one man miss. He's got a couple blockers. He's out on the sideline. He's going to make one man miss. He spins another one. He's going to be brought down at the, that's a late hit if I've ever seen one, but he was brought down. Yep, there it is.
There's the flag. That's going to be on number 12, Connor Lane. Now, in the kid's defense, I mean, he was holding on for dear life. I don't know if he knew he was out of bounds, but once Parker Johnson was out of bounds, about 4 yards out of bounds, kind of stood up, and then Lane just yanked him down by the jersey as he was holding on to it. So add another 15 to that great run by Parker Johnson.
He was brought down at the 47, but here's a personal foul on the Addison Bulldogs. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to be good for Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down.
And once again, it was a good call. Don't misunderstand. But I can see where the Addison defender there, I don't think he knew where he was on the field.
He definitely didn't, because he was getting dragged around by our quarterback.
But Parker Johnson, and that's a great way of explaining, Parker Johnson was dragging him, and he was sliding on his back with his hand full of Parker's jersey. And then once Parker just stopped, he just kind of yanked him down from there, and that's what drew the penalty flag, because he was literally 4 yards out of bounds.
Here we go. It's going to be a screen pass down here to Aiden Young. He's got a couple blockers ahead. He's going to try to make a couple men miss, but he's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. But that's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Once again, your score here, 28-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Once again, Aiden Young did a really nice job. He caught the inside tunnel screen there. A nice sidearm pass by Johnson, which he's becoming famous for on these little screens. And he made a couple of defenders missed and ended up picking about 7 up on the play.
Here we go. It's going to be the heavy set formation. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a direct snap to Carson Hollis. There he goes up the middle. Touchdown Raiders, but there is a flag.
Well, where the flag is.
Holding on the offense. They were quick to determine that. Man, that was a beautiful play. They've seen the heavy set all night. They've been seeing Johnson and Mason Drake with the handoffs every time, but it was a direct snap to Hollis, and he took it right up the middle, and he scored a touchdown, but it's going to be brought back for holding.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight a touchdown's been taken off the board by a penalty, and Coach Scott is not going to be happy because, we have now used 2 special plays and penalties on both of them, and now they're both on film for other teams to see. Once again, a well-executed play except for the holding. I didn't see it, but it happened downfield because they brought it back. It's still 2nd and short.
Well, here's a snap, and it's going to be a direct snap to Johnson. Going to be quarterback run all the way. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's good for Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. First down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Addison 20.
That touchdown being brought back breaks my heart, Tyson. That would have been Carson's first touchdown on the varsity squad.
He didn't score good. I thought he scored against Fultondale.
He did not.
Okay, my bad. And we have more laundry on the field.
It was a direct handoff to Mason Drake. He only got a gain of 1.
We got a chop block that's going to be called on the Raiders here.
Tyson, every time you're in the booth with me, we manage to get 45 offensive penalties.
Illegal chop block by the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm just bad luck up here. Once again, 2 major penalties after we drove down, looking to soft this game away, and now that's really going to put us behind the chains. It's going to be about 1st and 25 now.
Tyson, I don't know if you remember the Fultondale game.
Oh no, I remember it well.
There was 9 first half penalties on our offensive line in that game, and it looks like the trend is going to remain here for the Addison game. That's probably our 5th one of the night already.
Yeah, I'm thinking what we're going to do here is we're going to just try to get some of this back. Yep, there's
the handoff to Bird. He's going to make a man miss. He tried to get upfield. He's going to get about 3. That's still going to bring up a 2nd and about 22. Ball spotted at the 32. You got to get to the 10 for a first down.
Number 6, Joey Wilson with a really nice tackle on Bird there. Bird, as you said, made a couple of guys miss. All right, now second and forever. Now you may see a shot here because we're bringing in the receivers and Tucker Screws. Aiden Young. So let's see if we run a screen to Aiden Young here, which is what I'm going to suggest. We're going to run an inside tunnel screen, which we are becoming really good at.
Here we are, 2nd and 23, ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Here's a snap, and he's looking downfield, and he's got Rutherford. Rutherford's going to spin down to about the 11-yard line. They were so worried about Screws and Aiden Young on the deeper routes. Rutherford just kind of stopped in the middle of them.
Here's the deal. If Parker looks deep, Aiden Young was wide open. He just missed him and went to Rutherford, which is just fine because he picks up 22 yards, brings up 3rd and less than 2.
Yep, 3rd. We're going to give him 2. 3rd and 2.
All right, we'll give him 2.
Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. We're going to go back to the heavy set formation here. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Drake up the middle. He's going to try to make a couple man miss. He's going to bulldoze his way up to, man, that was a bad spot. He was definitely closer to the 5, but they're going to give it to him at the 8.
Well, it's still, regardless, it'll bring up first down goal to go for the Raiders.
It's good for it. Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down. Sorry, Tyson.
That's okay. Here's the problem if you're Addison on that. When you get 3rd and short like that, is it going to be Johnson on the carry, or is he going to hand it off to Drake?
And we've already seen the trick play. I don't think we'll run that one again, though. But here's the handoff to Drake. He's going to get up to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5 on this next snap.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to give him the 4.
They're going to give him the 4. I like that.
So 2nd down goal from the 4. Once again, I wouldn't hate seeing Hollis get the ball here.
You know, yeah, he got his touchdown took away from him. I'd like to see him get it. But they're going to stay in the heavy set formation. Drake in the backfield with Johnson. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Drake. Drake bounces out. He's going to get in. Good Hope Raider touchdown.
Once again, and this has become a real common theme tonight, is when Drake gets the inside handoff, inside the 5, he's not getting touched. That time he did get tackled, but he was already in the end zone when he got tackled. So a couple of times now he's been inside and not even been touched. So with 5:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Raiders are now up 34-0 with the pending PAT coming from Titus Montgomery out of the hold of Webb Buchanan.
Snap good, hold good, kicks up, and it's good. Your new score here, 35-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs with 54 seconds remaining. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More Coleman.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. And we would bring it up. We're kicking from the Addison 45-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, or the personal foul. Well, it was probably an unsportsmanlike. It was after the play on the Addison Bulldogs after the PAT. Right after we went off the air, Tyson spotted the flag. But once again, we got the ball put at the 45-yard line of Addison. Well, that's where we're going to kick it. And here we go. Titus looking to his left, looking to his right, and make sure everybody's good. He's actually going to take some time here. I wouldn't mind a little onside here. Try to get the ball back. But here we go. And it's going to be a deep one. Oh, he got it back, though. He's trying to make a couple men miss down here. He's going to be brought down. There's laundry over there on the field.
Once again, Jackson Richter on the tackle, but
as I hear a bunch of fans down here upset.
There is a penalty marker.
I seen a penalty marker with Lee laying on top of Bird over there, so I'm sure this is going to go against the Addison Bulldogs. Yep. The Good Hope fans are saying back it up, so we'll see.
Yeah, once again, Michael Lee, used to attend Good Hope and spent many years at Good Hope. So, he wanted to really play well tonight. So, May just had some exuberance, and their personal foul is against Addison.
That's going to go against Michael Lee. That's going to back him up. That's going to be half the distance
to the goal.
So it's already at the 13, so it's going to be about the 6.5-yard line.
So it's once again a little unfortunate for the Addison Bulldogs there.
Back-to-back plays with an unsportsmanlike conduct. You don't want to see that happen in a game like this.
Yeah, a game that's already 35-0 here late in the third quarter. We have 47 seconds remaining in the third.
Your score here, 35-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs. But Roberts is in the backfield with Smith to his right. As we are working left to right here. They're going to put the ball at the 6-yard line after the mark-off of the penalty.
A little confusion on the Raider defense. We got some younger kids starting to come into the game now.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Smith up the middle, and he's getting nowhere. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, good surge by the middle of the defensive line there. Cody Stevens in on that play. Ross Clark. And looked like probably some Kane Anderson in there also. Hunter Miller was in there.
You can't never doubt Kane Anderson. He's like the Bagwells of the years past. If a tackle's being made, he's somewhere in there.
Yeah, play did pick up a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 11.5 to 12-yard line. We'll call it the 12. Addison is not going to snap it again. They're going to let the quarter expire, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter up 35-0.
Your score here, 35-0 at the end of the third quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs. Puts 4s up. Means something to us. So therefore, we celebrate it. As we hear the cowbells and the Good Hope Raiders fan, I just want to say shout out to the Raider fans for showing up.
We have brought a crowd tonight. I was laughing earlier that earlier tonight I overheard some Addison fans before the game as the stands were filling up. They were like, they are no way going to outdraw us tonight. And you know what? We did. So I'll tell you what, let's do a real quick. We'll do another quick Odin's Auto Glass scoreboard. The big glass scoreboard brought to you again by Odin's Auto Glass. Playing in the third quarter, the Coleman Bearcats 14, Brewer 3. In the third, West Point 21, Hayden 6. Once again here at A.T. Hicks Stadium in Addison, your Good Hope Raiders 35-0 over Addison. In the fourth quarter early, Pinemont 21, West End 0. Playing in the third quarter, Cold Springs 20, Lynn 0. Once again, we appreciate Odin's Auto Glass on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Well, Tony, we go to the fourth quarter. Once again, this is the third quarter win, even though we had a couple of inopportune penalties, but it really went the way we needed it to. We put 14 points on the board, make it 35-0. I think you're going to see some more of our JV players and all coming into this game.
Well, here's a snap, drop back the pass, and he's going to get lit up. Number 23 on the catch, Judah Wilkins, got absolutely lit up by Cody Stevens. But we've got a player down at a Good Hope player down in the backfield, actually in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm going to be honest, this isn't looking good because I believe that's Kane Anderson.
Pass to Lucas is complete. Brings up third down.
Yeah, once again, Encore Sports Medicine's Bo Shirey immediately out there. And our player is up, and he's so far away. I think you're right. I think it is Kane Anderson. Do not quote me on that.
I will get a jersey number as soon as I can see it.
But he is walking off on his own. That's good. Again,
he was holding his stomach. He might have just had the wind knocked out of him.
And that's very possible.
He's bent down. I still can't see a number. I'm sorry, guys.
I did. If it is Kane, and I don't see Kane on the field, so I assume it is Kane Anderson. I did briefly speak with him before the game, and he he was complaining that he had a few stomach issues, so it may just be something that, that flared up on him there.
Well, here's a snap, and he's looking downfield to an out route. He's going to find him open. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips. And maybe more gets first down as he's brought down at the 21-yard line. That was number 13, Pruitt Woods.
Yeah, and to be honest, Tony, that's probably the best play of the night for Addison. Once again, it was good for Josh Phillips. Maybe it's Morgan's first down. Addison starting to get out of their end zone. Be 1st and 10 from looks like about the 22 to 23-yard line. Once again, a bad angle from the press box.
Here we are. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Here's the quarterback keeper. That was a bad mistake, but he's going to try to get back inside. He's going to be brought down after a gain of, he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play, it was a nice fake, but the play was blown up because number 3, Cody Stevens, on the right cornerback, absolutely stayed home and turned it back inside to get some help from the inside from his teammates. Give Cody Stevens all the credit for that play.
Here we are, 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Once again, your score here, 35-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Addison Bulldogs. 10 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Here's the snap, looking directly downfield. I can't see the number who was intended for.
Oh, Tucker Keefe was on. If Tucker Keefe was...
that's number 17.
Oh, I'm sorry, 17.
Blake Quarters.
If Blake would have been...
he wasn't really paying attention.
No. He was going to make the tackle because the ball actually popped out of the receiver's hand and went right to Blake, and he just never saw it. If he just glances up and sees the ball coming at him, he walks in for a touchdown, for a pick 6.
Here we are, 3rd and 10, ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders lead 35-0 over the Addison Bulldogs. 3 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap. He's looking downfield. He has a man. That was number 18, Trenton Burns, the intended receiver.
Well, here's what happened on that play. The Addison quarterback absolutely left his receiver out to dry. He had 2 receivers in the same area. Cody Stevens, the ball went to the first receiver who let it tip off his hand. Number 3, Cody Stevens, laid him out, and he was able to get up after a few seconds. And then, of course, the ball never made it to the second receiver. So that one was on the quarterback. He's got to decide, okay, who am I throwing it to? He threw it between the 2 receivers.
Here's the snap for the punt, and he's going to kick it high. It's going to bounce right at the 50-yard line. It's going to take an Addison bounce up to the 45 where it'll be downed. Yeah. As Good Hope will start from the Addison 45.
Number 18, Trenton Burns, was deep to down that ball at the 45. Once again, a good punt that time, and the Raiders did not put any pressure on the Addison punter that time. Looks like Coach Scott has pretty much said, okay, let's finish this one out. You are seeing a sprinkle of others in the game. Kanan Burgess is now in the game, number 10.
Number 11, Webb Buchanan at quarterback.
Yep.
Still Carson Hollis in the backfield, though.
Yeah, he's got a sprinkling of new ones and some
Webb Buchanan with oh my goodness, he was brought down by the grass monster. That's not turf out there, that's grass.
The grass monster got Webb on that play as he went around left in. He
probably would have had a gain of 15 or more there.
Yeah, and unfortunate, he
slipped and fell after 4.
He slipped, and once again, we talked about this turf. We talked about the grass pregame, that it is really high and really thick, and if there is any dew at all coming down or settling on that field, that's what caused that play. But once again, Webb was able to get about 4 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
Here we are, Webb in the backfield, Hollis to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Hollis. Hollis up the middle. He's going to spin. He's going to try to get away from one defender. He's still moving his feet up the field, but he's going to be brought down. Actually, wasn't never brought down. The play was
I was about to say, they had 5 guys on Carson Hollis right there, and he never hit the ground. He picked up about 3 more. It's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 4.
I say right here, you just run another read option with Webb. Let him make the decision on who takes the ball here. Still still got some starters in the game. We got some backups in. No line still in the game as they're probably still under punishment for the 5 pre-snap penalties and holdings. Here we are. 3rd and 4 from the 49-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's going to be quarterback run all the way. Webb up the middle.
Oh, God.
He got brought down. Probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
That was definitely a touchdown-saving tackle because he had nothing but open grass in front of him. Good tackle by the Addison defensive back there. But it is good for Josh Phillips and Mavis Morgan's first down.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Addison 44-yard line. With something else. I see Webb coming on the sideline.
They may let Kanan Burgess run the quarterback now, number 10.
Well, during the JV game the other night, Webb come up limping a little bit, and it looked like he went on the sideline holding his leg, so I hope he's not injured. But here we are. Here's the snap. Hand off to Carson up the middle, and I see some laundry on the field. He's going to get a gain of 2. Sure, this is going to be holding.
I didn't see the signal there. It's against Good Hope, but I just did not see another chop block. That is 2 of them tonight. We haven't been called for that all year, and we get it twice in one game. And the problem is that's a major penalty. So whenever you're trying to get your younger players, some good experience, that just doesn't help when you put them way behind the chains like that.
They're going to bring up 1st and about 25. Ball spotted at the Addison 42. Here we are. Burgess in the backfield. Hollis to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Hollis. Hollis breaks 1 tackle. He's still running. He's going to get a gain of about 4, maybe 5, up to the Addison 46-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and, I don't know. Going to say 2nd meat from here.
Yeah, he got about 5 or 6 on the play, so it's going to be about 2nd down and 19, give or take. Once again, a good hard run by Carson Hollis.
Here we are. Burgess in the backfield. Hollis to his right. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Hollis. Hollis up the middle. He's going to the outside. There he goes. 30. 50. He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, big hole opened up by the offensive line there, and then that was all Carson Hollis from there. Good downfield blocking by the wide receiver. 29, I think who that was.
That's good for it. Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. If you're Coach Scott, you let him take a 1 or 2 play break and you give him the ball. Let him get in the end zone. Had 1 took away from him.
Once again, just a good surge by the offensive line there. Opened up some major hole for Carson Hollis there. Brings up a 1st and 10 from around, I think, where we say the 15-yard line, give or take.
Yeah, about I want to say the 17, but
we're going
to take a timeout. Yeah. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back on the Good Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Once again, we're going to start out with a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down. Ball spotted at the, I'm going to say the 17. Not the best view from here, but I'm going to say the 17-yard line.
While we were away on that break, we did notice a score.
Don't make anybody mad here. We got a bunch of Bama fans listening. Florida State's losing to Virginia, if y'all want to hear. Here we go. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to number 28.
That's Colin Phillips around the left end.
Yeah, he's going to get up. That's probably a gain of 7. He's going to bring up 2nd and 3 from, I'm going to say the 8. I have a bad view here.
Yeah, once again, at this angle we have now, it is really tough for us to see.
Once again, your score here, 35-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. But here we go. Here's a snap. Round left in. He's going to drive his way in. Touchdown, Raiders. Man, Tyson, how would you have felt if that was maybe, Carson Hollis? I feel like he deserves one after his running.
Who was it? Was that Colin Phillips?
That was Colin Phillips. Congratulations to him. His dad's a good guy.
Yeah. His dad is celebrating right now. Once again, the Raiders go up 41-0 now with 5:49 remaining in the game.
Here we are. Montgomery, waiting to snap. Snap's good. Kicks up, and I think it was blocked, but
there is a penalty marker.
It's going to be a false start on the offense. Yeah. That's going to back him up 5 yards. I say you just give him a shot. Yeah. He's got a little leg on him.
Yeah, instead of a 20-yard attempt, it's now 25. So, and pregame, Titus was putting him over the roof of the field house, so this is easily within his distance.
Here we are. Backed up 5 yards deeper. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. It's up. Oh, my goodness.
He yanked that one left.
He yanked it left, but he had the distance.
He had the distance, no problem. He just pulled it left.
Once again, your new score here, 41-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Addison Bulldogs. 5 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Once again, Montgomery's been really good on the PATs after the injury in the
Haleyville game.
In the Haleyville game,
on the opening kickoff.
On the opening kickoff, the starting kicker Chase Pruitt had a hip injury and has been out. And number 50 Titus Montgomery has come in admirably and has really done a great job. Looking at the kickoff squad, looks like we're going to get a little bit more work for the starters on the kickoff squad. We have all the starters out there. See, I see Collins, I see Buchanan, I see Richter.
Here we go. Here's the kick. It's going to get down to about the 25-yard line, brought in by number 8 by Addison. He's going to get, oh my goodness, he's going to get rocked by Tucker Keith.
Yeah.
At the 33-yard line.
That was all Tucker Keith there, along with Webb Buchanan. Number 11, Buchanan was right there also. Now looking at the defense coming out, and here we go. Now we are definitely seeing, I see Cade Smith out in the game now, number 29.
Oh yeah, we got a JV squad out here now.
Yeah, I see a lot of white jerseys, non-dirty jerseys out on the field right now.
We love to see that.
We do love to see them getting some work. Sean Jones out there, number 25.
He's looking deep. He's got a man. He overthrew him. That was number 18, Trenton Burns.
Yeah, had Camden Collins, number 26 on the coverage there. Camden, a freshman, younger brother of Caden, who wears number 22 for the Raiders.
That's the, oh my goodness, I can't think of them. They're good people, though. I know who they are.
Jason and Letitia Collins.
They got red hair?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking of. But here we go. 2nd and 10. He looks to drop back to pass. He's looking across the middle of the field. Oh my goodness. Pass was intended to Scout Flynn. Who was that coming in laying the boom? Number 15.
Number 15, that's Colton Martin that came flying in
from the safety position.
Broke up that play because Flynn looked like he had the pass, and then as soon as Martin hit him, ball went flying. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Once again, a lot of our younger players, freshmen out there, some JV players, a couple of sophomores out on the field.
Here we go. 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's the snap. Drop back to pass. He's looking downfield. He's looking. He found number 10, Scout Flynn. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan first down. But once again, your score here, 30. Oh my goodness, 41-0.
Yeah,
5 minutes and 22 seconds remaining, but that was good for Josh.
Yeah,
Morgan's first
once again, they went back to Flynn there, and he was open that time. And now, once again, the tackle made by number 15, Martin again, tried to draw it loose, but he did a good job getting him just down to the ground. Play was good for a first down.
Here we go. Here's the snap. He's dropping back to pass again. He's looking across the field. And he's got a man open. He's breaking a couple tackles, but he's going to be brought down to number 25, I believe. Yeah. 29.
29's Cade Smith. And once again,
that's good for another Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan. First down, ball spotted at the 40-yard line.
Once again, you got to forgive us. It's kind of like the Fultondale game. We had a bunch of kids out that we're not 100% familiar with, and the jerseys get bunched up and we get numbers mixed up. That definitely was number 29, Cade Smith, on the tackle.
Here we are, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Here we go, roll out right. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. He overthrew him.
Well, you know, what's interesting about that play is who was on the coverage. That's number 23, Colt Green, on the coverage. Now, why is that interesting? Because Colt Green is not the tallest guy on the field, and that receiver was...
Yeah, from here, he looks like maybe a whopping 5'5".
But now I had him all through his youth ball. He is a monster. He just hasn't grown into it yet, but he did a good job.
Quarterback looks to roll out. He's going to be brought down, number 24.
Yeah, we're real fortunate there. That probably, that's Christian Elliott, number 24, who grabbed the quarterback, and the crowd was wanting a face mask or a horse collar, and I'm not going to sit here and say I disagree with him. I thought he got him really high there.
That's actually going to be written up as a sack. Once again, your score here, 41-0. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Good Hope trying to preserve a shutout, trying to drop the defensive average of 3.5 a game.
Here's a snap. Drop back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He got hit as he threw it. He's got a man downfield.
Oh, look out. 25. Sean Jones just made an incredible play on that ball. He recovered deep and then jumped at the perfect time to knock it away from the receiver who was behind him, saving a touchdown. So great play, number 25, Sean Jones, the 5'7" freshman, number 25, brings up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be 4th and 11. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 41. I'm sure this is going to be a pass play. Roberts will drop back. Here it is. Here's the snap. Oh, it's fumbled. He picks it up. He's looking to run. He's got a lot of room over there. A lot of green grass. He's going to have the first down after a gain of 14 yards. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down.
That's one of those plays. It's just unfortunate because it broke down from the beginning because he fumbled the snap, and there was just no containment on that side. He saw the grass open around the right end and took it and was able to pick up about 14 yards. Once again, enough for the first down. So it will be Addison 1st and 10. JV once again trying to hold on to preserve this shutout. 3:22 remaining.
1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Roberts in the backfield. Smith to his left. Here's the snap. He's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to go back to his right. He looks across the middle of the field. He had someone wide open, but he dropped it. Number 12, Connor Lane.
Connor Lane just absolutely had that when he sat down in the zone, and, Roberts hit him right in the hand, and Lane, unfortunately, just took his eye off of it, and you can tell he's going to Roberts right now saying, hey, man, that was my fault. Good ball. I just didn't look it all the way in. 2nd and 10 from the 28.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. Roberts in the backfield. Smith to his left. Here's the snap. Rolling left. He's looking downfield. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Addison, number 12, Connor Lane. He made up for his drop ball right there.
Yeah, our secondary just lost him back there, and he was able to get behind the defense. Our secondary never picked him up, and good job by Roberts to look downfield, buy some extra time to find him, and unfortunately for the Raiders, there wasn't a defender around 5 yards away from him, and Addison is able to break through and put some points on the board, makes it 41-6 with 3:08 remaining in the game.
It looks like Connor Lane will be the place kicker for Addison.
A little confusion on Addison. I think they have too many guys on the field. I think that's the issue, and they're going to get penalized for this.
Yep.
There's the penalty.
That's going to drop them back 5 yards.
Yeah, illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution against the Bulldogs.
Alabama fans, Tommy Castellanos threw an interception on the goal line against Virginia. Still a 7-point game. Don't panic.
So this will be now attempted from the 15 for Connor Lane. So 25-yard point after.
Let's see if he's got the leg for it. Snaps down. Kick is up. Oh, my goodness, he's got a leg. He did shank it to the left.
He shanked the left, but you're right. That ball went about 40 yards. Wow.
Yeah, he's got a leg on him, but your score here, 41-6. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More Coleman.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. As Addison kicks a little squib kick, it's going to be picked up by Carter Rutherford. He's going to take it up to about the 38-yard line. That's where Good Hope will set shop here.
Yeah, I think they were trying to kind of what happened to us last week, where they kicked it really hard trying to hit one of our up guys and just
that was
missed.
crazy last week.
Yeah, once again, just one of those unfortunate bounces. But with 3 minutes exactly left here in the ball game, the Raiders are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Once again, a bunch of white jerseys that are clean out on the field for Good Hope.
Here we are. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's actually down. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
after a gain of 1.
Kanan Burgess on the carry. He almost broke that. His knee did hit the ground. I tell you, if his knee didn't hit the ground, he was able to break the tackle. He would have gotten about 6-7 more yards, but unfortunately, once again, the referee was right on there and saw the knee on the ground. So it goes for no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Once again, good to see Kanan Burgess in the game at quarterback getting some work. So we've actually worked 3 quarterbacks tonight.
As Webb came in for a couple plays, went out with a little bit of an injury, but here we are, Burgess in the backfield, Phillips to his right, and we've got timeout Addison.
Yeah, they had some personnel issues. They looks like they were trying to get maybe a few of their subs in the game and had an issue getting the substitution in before we snapped the ball. So once again, a good night for Good Hope. We lead 41-6 with a little over 2 minutes remaining here at A.G. Hicks Stadium on the campus of Addison High School. The scoring average for both the offense and the defense for Good Hope will go down just a little bit. And the scoring defense will go up a little bit. We were averaging about 45 a game. We've got 41 on the board now, giving up 3.5 a game, and we've let them score 6.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line of Addison. Here we go. Here's the snap. Hand off to Phillips. Up the middle. And he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to get a gain of yard, maybe up to the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And we got an Addison player, number 23, Judo Wilkins. His helmet come off. He's going to have to come off the field for a play.
Yeah, once again, Coach Witcher for the Good Hope offense has just basically told his guys, hey, we're gonna run Colin Phillips and Kanan Burgess here, and And let's see what happens. Phillips in the backfield with Burgess.
Your score here, 41-6. 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And Coach Witcher is holding the offense, let the play clock run down. It's almost at 10 now, so he's just trying to bleed as much clock as possible.
And here we go. Here's the snap. Oh, and it went over his head. He's just going to be brought down at around the 30-yard line of Addison. That's going to be a loss of 10.
Once again,
that's going to bring the punt team out.
Yeah, just wasn't a good snap there, and Burgess did all he could. And once again, a good heads-up play by Burgess there, just to get on the ball and let's live to fight another day. We go to fourth down in a lot. Clock is still running. We're almost under a minute now. We will have to snap it.
Yeah, we got a new punter out here. It's going to be Cody Stevens. He's going to try it out tonight. They ain't got no one back deep, so here we go. Here's the snap. There's the punt. It's a good one.
Wow, what a punt by Cody Stevens.
To go out at the 40-yard line of Addison.
So with 43 seconds remaining, Addison will have a couple of plays. Let's see if they try to throw the ball deep a couple of times. I wonder if our JV secondary got a talking to on that.
Oh, no, they definitely did.
You know, hey, don't let anybody behind you that happened on that scoring play for Addison. They just lost one of the receivers that got behind them. And when you're in a prevent defense like that, that's just something you can't do. You have to be deeper than the deepest receiver, and unfortunately on that one play, that just didn't happen. If they try to beat you underneath, that's fine. They only have a couple of plays left before the time expires.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Roberts still in the game. Here you go. Snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to drop it down to his running back, Smith. Excuse me. He's going to be brought down.
Guess who that was?
Number 25.
No, it's Colt Green, wasn't it?
I think so.
Once again, Colt Green on the tackle, all 5'4" of him.
I cannot see the jersey number. They're so like, his jersey's so small. It's like, or her jersey's so big it gets scrunched up.
And Addison said we're going to end it right there. So
final score 41-6. Your Good Hope Raiders come in and beat the Addison Bulldogs at their home turf as the clock hits 0. It's official. Your score 41-6. The Good Hope Raiders beat the Addison Bulldogs on the road.
And it was really nice, like we talked about, at the beginning of the broadcast. Coach Scott and Coach Hastings, they're old friends, and they know each other well. And there was a big hug at midfield between those two after the game. And once again, some amazing sportsmanship being shown by both teams and by the coaches. As once again, this definitely didn't go the way Addison wanted it to tonight, and it's very understandable. But I tell you what, your Good Hope Raiders, number 6 in the Class 4A, now moved to 5-0, and another dominating performance. Tony, I say a dominating performance, but once again, kind of like the Fultondale game, it could have been even more dominating, but we just didn't play a clean game.
No, the penalties really hurt us. They brought back 2 touchdowns and then one that brought back a 30-yard play on a fake punt.
So, again, that's something that we're just going to have to clean up as we move through the season. These penalties that are just hurting at inopportune times. Once again, unfortunate. And I know the coaching staff is working on that really hard. So, we just have to keep going. And once again, we'll clean that up as we have another region game at James Chaple Stadium next week, as we will be hosting the Curry Yellow Jackets. It is homecoming 2025 next Friday night. As it's good to see both teams meet at the middle of the field, take a knee together, and give thanks for all the blessings they have.
Amen to that. But we are going to give you a Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update. I've got it pulled up, Tyson. You're good. Playing in the fourth quarter, the Coleman Bearcats lead the Brewer Patriots 24-3. Playing in the fourth quarter, West Point leads Hayden 35-12. Final score here, 41-6. Your Good Hope Raiders beat the Addison Bulldogs. There's a final, 28-0. Vinemont beats West End. Final out in Cold Springs. Cold Springs wins 36-12. And that's it for your Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Tyson? Offensive line, not the prettiest play. Defense looked great. Yeah, like they always do.
And once again, don't let that one score, that Addison had late with 3 minutes left to go in the game. They scored it on our JV team. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah. JV and freshman.
But the beauty of that is you're getting some valuable game experience for those kids. Now, once again, it was a great play by the Addison quarterback who broke containment and then found a receiver that got behind our defense to allow that long touchdown pass. Once again, nothing to be ashamed of. It happens. We learn from it. We grow from it. There's still nothing but upside for this team. Now, I will tell you, we have a daunting task a couple of weeks from now because Johnny Manziel's waiting on us, I know.
Yeah, Hamilton High School is waiting on us to make our way over there to Hamilton.
And I laugh when I say Johnny Manziel, but that's his nickname is Johnny Manziel Jr. It's the quarterback for Hamilton. Last name's Holloway. I can't remember his first name off the top of my head, but man, I remember watching him come to Good Hope last year, and we did a great job keeping him in check. I'm really hoping that our defense schemes well enough for him this year because I saw Max Preps ranked him as not only one of the top players in the state of Alabama, but one of the top players in the nation. And he's still only a junior, so we'll have to contend with him yet another year after this year. But once again, nothing but good things coming out of tonight. Just one of those things. You did what you needed to do here.
Yeah, no, you definitely come in. Your game plan, it worked good. Your game plan doesn't consist of 6 offensive line penalties, but it's okay. We can clean that up. This is a good win for your Good Hope Raiders as they take down the Addison Bulldogs once again. Next week, homecoming. Come out and support these kids, guys. Next week, homecoming. And if you can't come out, you can always listen to my beautiful voice. It'll be probably just me next week and on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. But as we host the Curry Yellow Jackets, and then we'll travel to Hamilton, and then we'll be back home for Fayette County, and then we'll end the year with 2 away games at Dora and at Fairview. Tyson, that's all I've got to say. You got anything else to say?
We've got to give away the player of the game.
Oh, yeah. Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley.
Thank you. I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
My thoughts here? I want to say Parker. Parker played really good with using his legs and his arms.
I don't hate that at all.
We'll come to a mutual agreement if you give me your opinion.
I really like Parker Johnson as player of the game, as he commanded the game. He made no mistakes. Could he have done a few things better? Of course he could have, and he would probably be the first one to tell you that. But his command of the game tonight was excellent. So I don't mind Parker Johnson being the
Cox,
Stansbury, and Kinsley attorneys at law player of the game. I'm good with it.
Number 7, Parker Johnson, your quarterback for the Good Hope Raiders, as he used his legs and his arm, as he scored a touchdown, got a 2-point conversion in, used his arm to throw one in. But Tyson, that's all from me. Is that all from you?
I am good, sir. We
thank everybody for listening once again. If you did listen, we do appreciate you. And
apparently, I don't know if you saw the note we got. We had a pretty large crowd listening in tonight.
48 listeners, guys. We appreciate the heck out of you. Once again, we do appreciate you. But good crowd here. I'm surprised there was 48 people listening to us because they looked like they were all here. But here we go. We're going to get out of here as your Good Hope Raiders once again win 41-6 over the Addison Bulldogs. Join us next week against the Curry Yellow Jackets for homecoming. That's all from me, and thank you for listening to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Call the pros at Odin's Auto Glass in Coleman. From chips to full replacements, Odin's gets you back on the road fast. With honest prices, top quality glass, and service you can trust. Locally owned, family run, and proud to serve Coleman and North Alabama for over 40 years. Odin's Auto Glass, where safety meets service. You can call 256-734-2800 or stop by their location on Highway 31 North in Coleman. Odin's Auto Glass, we'll see you through it. Proud sponsors of the Coleman County Sports Network.
Plus One Heating and Air. We believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service. Hey, Coleman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Coleman likes it.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately,